Hi, it's Chris Fuller, and I wanted to hop on and explain the situation that my husband and I are currently dealing with here in British Columbia. His name is Ben Fuller, and he was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer earlier this year, February 26th. And we have been receiving treatment for his cancer, and chemo has started, and things are slowly progressing. The pickle that we're in is that we are now receiving bills for our medical services. And so people are asking me, they say, how is that possible? How is that possible? You're Canadian and your stuff should be covered. And how that's possible is that there is, so I'm going to back up and explain a little bit. In each province mandates how their healthcare is run. And in BC, our program is called MSP, Medical Services Plan. So in Ontario, there is OHIP, and in Alberta, there's the Alberta Healthcare Card number. Each province does it a little differently. The thing that makes BC unique is that they, up until recently, were charging a premium. That's a bill that went to your house and you paid it for you and your family. It was income-based, but on top of what you pay in, taxes and wages and whatever, this premium came to your house in a letter and you had to pay it. And Ben was in protest of that. When you look at the Canada Healthcare Act, so the federal bucket, the Canada Healthcare Act states that medical services are free for Canadians. And so based on that, he was always sort of reading and digging and finding things out, and he found out that there is a way in BC to actually opt out of your medical services. And he did that on the principle of not wanting to pay that premium, not realizing the impact of the actual services themselves. So now we're at a position where we are receiving bills at our door, and the first round of bills we got is big. It's like $17,000. It's not small. We've been appealing and everything's been rejected. And so here's the kicker. January 2020, the province, for the first time in my life being here 15 years, decided to do away with the premium. So the premium in January is $0. So the province is losing nothing. He opted out in June 2019, and the rules in the opt-out program state that it's 12 months before you can opt back in. The other crazy thing about the opt-out is when you go to the website of the BC government and it says opting out, you're not allowed to opt out, but if you do, here's the process. So that's contradictory too. So that is sort of the nutshell of why we're now receiving bills. And the beautiful thing is that Ben has received amazing care from our doctors, oncologists, nurses. All the teams have not held back. They've just been loving and beautiful, and they've held back on the invoices until now. And it's really, they have to go somewhere. My social worker from the hospital called me last week and she said, I just want to prepare you, bills are coming and they're not small. We're still trying to fight this. We're still trying to overturn it. We're still trying to get his MSP active. But in the meantime, just know that they're coming. So they are coming, they are here. And it doesn't feel good, and it doesn't feel right for standing up on a principle. It's like now we're being punished, and his care, even though it's still happening and is beautiful. My two worries are, number one, the last time we had an appointment, well, I'm not allowed to go into the hospital with him because of the COVID stuff, but I know from him telling me he was asking how much services are and if he really needed that one or this one or that one, and he's trying to piecemeal together a cheaper plan, and I hate that. I hate that for him. It upsets me greatly, and I just think, no, if you need something, you need it, and I would lose my house before I lost my husband, so I don't want him making choices to not have services based on a financial need. Pardon me. And the other thing is, in this journey since we've been diagnosed, we've gone to the hospital, to emergency 5 times. Usually me driving like a bat out of hell, just unsure. And that's the word, is we're unsure. There's so much uncertainty. And since the invoices have started coming, there's been 2 instances where he doesn't look well. And I've said to him, do you need to go to the hospital? And he says no. And I'm concerned that he's toughing it out, because he's concerned not about himself, but he's concerned about me having invoices fall to me and having me shoulder the stress of that. So our goal right now is to try to get this fixed, try to get this overturned. January 2020, no premiums for anyone. We are willing to back pay the 6 months to June, and in fact the last 2 years, because he's only opted out for 2 years. The 18 years before that, when he lived here, he paid his premiums. So I'm sad that he's such a good researcher and he found out that there was a loophole, because now that loophole has certainly kicked us in the teeth. So we are trying to get reinstated, and the sooner the better, so that we can just take one more thing off our plate. Corona, cancer, loss of income, all the other stresses in the world, like we have enough. So this is my message and this is my video explaining our situation. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm happy to speak to you. I'm happy to share, and thank you for listening.